Hey everybody, welcome to a fresh edition of The Lab. We're at One Goal Hockey Show in Toronto. It's a hockey trade show. Lots of gadgets we found here. We're going to show you some of them in the next few weeks, beginning with Rapid Shot, batting practice for hockey.
This is an intelligent hockey training system. It really closes the loop on hockey training. It presents you with a puck as if to simulate a real hockey game. And then the target lights on the net indicate which target you're supposed to shoot at. Simulates what the goaltender gives you in a game situation, and you shoot at that target. So the purpose is to get the pass. Reaction time is key. Get the pass off quick and to be accurate.
We've tried to make it ergonomically compatible with what you see with a hockey player. He's got big heavy gloves on, he's got a stick in his hand, and he can't really push a lot of small buttons on a computer keyboard. So we've made these much larger keys, very simple, only 4 or 5 of them. Enter, up, down, that sort of thing, and we put it right in front of him on the ground. So that's how he selects his passing speeds and his pass interval, i.e. the difficulty level.
On the interactive screen, it indicates your average speed, your average reaction time, your current speed by shot. It's a 16 series of pucks where you're given a cycle of 16 pucks, and those of that 16, they're all averaged. So it gives you a cycle average for that session.
We take all of the data, like the reaction time, the speed, and the accuracy, and we have an algorithm that calculates one number. So you actually get a rapid shot score. You can actually figure out which is the best curve for you, which is the best lie, which is the best flex by looking at the rapid shot data. So if you're a defenseman and all you can do is hit the top corners, chances are you've got the wrong curve.
Okay, here we go.
Right.
Start the cycle. Start. Okay, your first pass is coming in 2.6 seconds.
Wasn't even close. Neither was that one. Ah, that was terrible. Okay, so I sucked, but it has been used by a number of past and present NHLers who don't. Christoph Schubert used it while training through the German system, while Jamal Mayers and Bryce Salvador ordered it for the Blues training facility. That algorithm could play a significant role in scouting future prospects.
We feel that that this is going to be a sort of mainstream training, and that the rapid shot score will be a very easy way for the scouts to really go to the websites, look at the rankings, see what the scores are for the young prospects, and be able to test them anywhere across North America.
What else do you want to know? Click on thescore.ca/thelab and find out more. Hey everybody, welcome to a fresh edition of The Lab at One Goal Hockey Show in Toronto. If you're out in the West Coast, you may have heard of Sandy Hockey, a new kind of hockey glove. The difference is in here.
The trigger finger, quite simply, separates your finger from the finger foam, giving you a very natural, bare-handed grip on the stick. It gives you that great feel. You're more sensitive to the feel of the puck. You're more sensitive to your shot. Your shot should be more accurate. There was an annoyance when I was wearing hockey gloves, when we even started in the industry, when we decided we wanted to get into the industry and create hockey gloves, even our own hockey glove, there was just some annoyances on these 2 fingers. That I just felt that we could change, and we went to the factory. We started cutting up some materials, sewed it together, and thought, you know, wow, that's awesome. And actually, the first thing I did to get it was I just took a regular glove, just slit the finger, and put my finger through it, and I go, yeah, that's it. You know, that's exactly what we got to create. We got to somehow get that feeling through.
The other key feature from the trigger finger glove stems from something you're going to hear a lot about from us in the next few weeks: the need to protect yourself from dangerous bacteria that runs rampant in hockey equipment.
Athletes sweat, athletes, especially hockey players, they reek. Everybody's switching to have fresher hockey gear, and of course, there's some horrifying pictures out there if you have little cuts and the bacteria gets into the cuts, and some very nasty infections. So the antimicrobials in the materials, you'll see them in the palms. We got it in the sides. We're trying to get the fresh air keep coming through, cycling through the glove, trying to keep you as dry as possible. And if you're not dry and the microbes want to grow, the microbials kill those bacteria.
Sandy Hockey, after sowing roots in the West Coast, is growing quickly across North America, and it's being done purely at the grassroots level.
The players absolutely love it. We are getting such a tremendous response, more and more, and the overall response, there's not a glove out there that feels as good as our glove. Our glove is the most natural glove that you'll have to grip a hockey stick out there. There's simply nothing softer.
What else do you want to know? Head to www.thescore.ca/thelab for more on us, and for more on the trigger finger, head to sandyhockey.com. Hey folks, welcome to a fresh edition of The Lab, once again a one-goal hockey show in Toronto. The launching pad for the osmosis between Crocs, some of the most comfy shoes around, and Fury Hockey Equipment, a company run by a guy you know very well. The result, Cross-Light. It all started when the people at Crocs met the people at a new equipment company called Fury, which was started in 2002 by Keith Primo.
During the lockout, I was doing the show circuit, the same as I'm doing this year with the Fury brand, and I was introduced to the Crocs people and their product at the ISPO show in Germany. At that point in time, I picked up my first pair of Crocs shoes, and I said to my partner Scott McCrory that this is what we're going to make our equipment out of.
The material is called Cross-Light. It's a proprietary material to Crocs. It's very unique in that it's a resin-based material that is closed cell, so it doesn't absorb any moisture. It's antimicrobial, antifungal. Nothing can grow on it, so you can imagine with padding how things can get stinky and smelly after they absorb some sweat and sit around for a while. Our material doesn't do that. One of the things that's really unique about our material is we can adjust the durometer of it, they call it, or it's essentially the density, to make it softer or harder depending on what application we're using it for. So with these great engineers and their hard work, we were able to change densities where it made sense.
When we started our business in hockey, we felt that we couldn't do a generic shoulder pad, shin pad, elbow pad, because the business was too tough. And if we were going to do it, we had to try and find something that would revolutionize hockey equipment. And we think we found that with the Cross-Light foam from Crocs.
There might be other materials out there that can do some of the things that our material does, but nothing we've seen to this point does all of what we do, and the comfort is a big piece of that.
Not only has Fury been able to find something unique in the market that Primo admits is the tough one, but they also have the advantage of being able to test it with Keith's network of friends still playing in the NHL, including his brother Wayne.
The response has been tremendous, and as it gets out there and more and more players become aware of it, we really think that it'll catch on.
We've done a lot of engineering and development in a very short period of time, and having the input of Keith and Wayne, his brother, and some of the other players we work with on the front end has allowed us to come up with some really different design features that most other products don't have.
What else do you want to know? Click on www.thescore.ca/thelab for more on us. Fury Sports officially launched at one goal and are taking orders. That's at furysport.com. Hey everybody, welcome to a fresh edition of The Lab, once again at One Goal Hockey Show in Toronto. What if you could wear something that not only was environmentally friendly, but also helped prevent a medical problem that a number of hockey players have had to deal with? We found something. Puckskin.
Puckskin is a safety base layer for sports. And literally what it is it's a antimicrobial piece of underwear that separates you from bacteria-laden padding that you wear for your sports equipment. As we've heard, there's lots of professional athletes that have sat out of games for long periods of time because of skin irritations and skin lesions. And what this does is this antimicrobial base layer is a safety layer that stops the skin from getting any bacteria complications. What it is a technology called nanotechnology, which is silver, which is one of Mother Nature's natural antimicrobial agents. And it's silver is in an ionic form, and it's actually embedded in the yarns. It's something that if you have a garment for 5 years, after 5 years, it will still retain the antimicrobial agent.
And that's not even including their socks, which are made using bamboo, which is super absorbent and feels like silk.
The thing to remember is in a snowboard boot or a ski boot or a skate, nothing's coming out until you take that boot off. So the telltale is the first time I actually wore a test sock is I played hockey, I took my skate off, I took the sock off, and my foot was dry.
Of course, the big emphasis with these guys is safety, and infections like MRSA are continuing to be a big problem. According to their case study, over 186,000 different forms of bacteria can be found in used equipment. NHLers like Joe Thornton and Jay McKee have dealt with severe complications in the past, but companies like Puckskin are still only catching on now because it's still an expensive technology and because hockey families are just now starting to get informed.
It's a bit of an education. If someone sees the product and they're not familiar with it, they need to be educated. And they need to understand how important it is to safeguard yourself against bacteria, and especially in sports padding.
What else do you want to know? Click on www.thescore.ca/thelab to find out more on us. Puckskin is 100% Canadian, made in Vancouver. For more on them, head to puckskin.com.